My wife says I betrayed her by not adding her kids to my will. My name is Mike, and I've been married to my wife Rachel for 12 years. Before meeting her, I already had two wonderful children from my previous marriage, Austin and Aaliyah. They're both grown now, living happy, independent lives. Austin has a small business that's doing great, and Aaliyah just got married last year. They've both made me proud every step of the way. When I met Rachel, I thought my life was finally settling into peace. She was warm, caring, and easy to talk to. But our relationship came with one challenge, her daughter, Emma. When I met Emma, she was already 18, an adult. I went in with good intentions, thinking I could build a friendly, respectful relationship with her. But from day one, Emma made sure I knew exactly what she thought of me, and it wasn't pleasant. She never tried to hide her dislike. At family gatherings, she would go out of her way to ignore me. If I spoke, she'd roll her eyes or walk away mid-conversation. I'd try to make small talk or show some kindness, but she'd treat me as if I didn't exist. It was humiliating at times, but I tried to stay patient. Rachel always defended her, saying, she's just angry about the divorce. It's not about you, Mike. She just needs time. But the truth is, I wasn't the reason for that divorce at all. Rachel's ex-husband was abusive, emotionally and physically. She left him long before she met me. So, Emma's resentment made no sense. I could have understood it if she were a little girl struggling with her parents separating, but she was already an adult, more than capable of understanding why her mother made that decision. Still, I tried. I took her shopping once, tried to bond during dinners, even invited her along for family trips. But it was always the same, cold shoulders, sarcastic remarks, and visible disgust anytime I tried to connect. The breaking point came about 8 years ago, on her birthday. Rachel had organized a family dinner, and I went out of my way to get Emma a beautiful bracelet I thought she'd love. When she opened it, she looked at it, scoffed, and said in front of everyone, "You really didn't have to. I don't need anything from you." Everyone went silent. Rachel just looked down, and I remember feeling this mix of embarrassment and anger. That night, I decided I was done trying. After that, I stopped forcing a relationship that clearly wasn't wanted. I focused on my own children, Austin and Aaliyah, who have always been respectful, kind, and genuinely close to me. I didn't feel the need to chase validation from someone who had made it clear that she didn't even want me in her life. Now, years later, I recently finalized my will. I've worked hard my whole life. Everything I've built, my home, my savings, my investments, is the result of decades of effort. Naturally, I decided to leave everything to my two kids, Austin and Aaliyah. They've been there for me through thick and thin, and I want them to have what I've earned. But when Rachel found out, she completely lost it. She said, "That's not fair, Mike. You have so much, and you're leaving nothing for Emma? My daughter will get nothing while your kids will become millionaires." I told her calmly, "Rachel, Emma is not my child. She's never accepted me as part of her family. Why should I leave her anything?" Rachel said I was being cruel and showing favoritism. But in my mind, there's no favoritism involved, there's logic. I have two children, and those are the ones who'll inherit what's mine. Emma has never once treated me with basic respect, and Rachel has never once corrected her behavior. For more than a decade, she stood by silently while her daughter disrespected me. Now that money is involved, suddenly I'm the villain? I told Rachel the truth, "You can be mad all you want, but I'm not changing my will. I won't leave a single cent to someone who's treated me like a stranger for 12 years. Since that day, Rachel has barely spoken to me. She walks around the house in silence, giving me cold looks, probably waiting for me to apologize or change my mind. But I won't. I've tried for years to build a bond that was never reciprocated. I don't owe Emma anything, not love, not attention, and certainly not my life's earnings. If Rachel wants to think that's unfair, that's her choice. But I know in my heart that my decision is right. My will reflects my truth. I'm leaving what I built to the people who love and respect me, not to someone who's only ever looked down on me." At this point, Rachel's silence doesn't bother me anymore. After 12 years of walking on eggshells, I finally feel free to stop pretending. My conscience is clear. I'm at peace with my decision, and I'll stand by it, no matter what anyone says.